Hi, this is Teresa. Happy holidays and New Year. I thought I would do a grief update, and this morning I attended what is called a death cafe. And if you haven't heard of that, it's basically a group of people who come together to talk about their thoughts about death, experiences with losing those close to them, uh, and just philosophical thoughts and discussions around letting go, passing on. And I'm inspired to share this because of that session, because I was just reflecting on like how I've noticed since my father's passed since last June of this year 2022, that most days I'm actually pretty functional and productive. I'm able to do what I need to do. I'm able to, like survive emotionally day to day for the most part. And it's only been recently, since my birthday last November and during these holidays, that I've been feeling more sad. And I just have realized recently that um, because of the pressures of the holidays, because of advertising, movies, television shows, just being constantly surrounded by, a certain idea of what it means to celebrate the holidays and have a good life, or to be a good person. There's this checklist. You got the tree, you get the food, you get the presents, and you're supposed to have like a big family gathering, and so all full of love and good jolly times and whatnot. And it's just not true for many people, and I am one of them. And I'm seeing it more and more on social media, and I'm seeing this truth being expressed more just in everyday interactions, as well as the Death Cafe group I was a part of. Like, when I shared the idea of like, maybe we shouldn't put so much pressure on having like the perfect Christmas, holiday, birthday celebration. Maybe we need more options. Maybe it would be easier to be happier in life, to have more ways to celebrate our birthdays and the holidays in different ways that are true for us. And while it's nice if you have a healthy family with healthy communication, and it's fully functional, then, have fun, enjoy yourself, go with the traditional, conventional celebrations and family gatherings, because you'll actually enjoy them, and it will actually be celebrated as it is intended to be. But, if you don't have a big family, if you love them, but you just have dysfunctional communication despite your best efforts, if your personalities just clash, or maybe you're an orphan, or you've moved to another country, maybe you want to, have space, have distance and personal boundaries with, your blood related family. It would be nice to have options. It would be nice to expand and just have other ways to celebrate, or even the option to not celebrate and not be judged and not be pitied and not be looked down upon. Because if you're like me, you're pretty independent. You can have fun wherever you go. You don't always need company around you 24/7 to be happy and enjoy yourself. You genuinely enjoy your own company. You genuinely enjoy nature and just the energy of the earth. And, you know, like, you're just not someone who is constantly needing company around you to feel fulfilled. Maybe you don't need to celebrate. Maybe you don't need to engage in these societal standards. And I'm not saying to just like not care about other people or anything, but I think it's important to care about yourself, and as part of self-care, to be honest with yourself and what you really want to do and not do during any day of the year. And it's just, I also was saying in the Death Cafe group this morning that I think that all of this pressure to fulfill the checklist that I mentioned earlier puts a lot of pressure on people and makes them feel bad if they can't cross everything off the list, like they're less than, like they have less value in this world, like they're a bad person, like they're an unsuccessful person. And I don't believe that's true. I think also that pressure makes it really dangerous mentally and emotionally for a lot of people. I think that for some people it can really get to them, and sometimes they snap, and sometimes they just lose it, and who knows what they do. Maybe they go off on people, maybe they decide to break the law, like, I don't know, just in a desperate attempt to fulfill the checklist in this outside societal standard that has nothing to do with your self-worth as an individual human being. And then that pressure makes it more dangerous for everyone else around them, because they feel that pressure and that tension, and or they might be the on the receiving end of that, you know ticking time bomb. And I just don't think it's worth it. Like, yeah, you know I enjoy the decorations. I admit I like the lights. Reminds me of outer space with the stars. um I did get my mom some gifts, and I made some, and I did as much of it as I want to, but I'm honestly not really trying to have company around me during the holidays. And even for my birthday, I like to celebrate it alone, because there's just no drama, no pressure, nothing to worry about, no one to potentially cancel and disappoint me, or anything can happen. And especially during a pandemic like this, there's just like all kinds of unpredictable factors and variables that can happen, and who knows what other people are going through. Like, we're all going through some shit right now, right? So it's like I appreciate the support that I have around me, but I don't put so much pressure on even other people to fulfill my needs. And if I want to enjoy myself, if I want to celebrate something, I do it to the degree that I want to. And I'm very happy and content doing it by myself because I love having the freedom of all my time and energy being just for me to spend however way I want. Um, I could take as much time or as little time to do anything as I want. And I believe that is a gift, to have full freedom and autonomy. If there are people around me who I feel like are available for the for first for you know what am I trying to say? If there are people around me who I feel like are going to be reliable, as well as who'd enjoy the things that I enjoy doing, and we're both chill and like flexible and adaptable, I might invite like another person to celebrate my birthday with me or something like that. But I feel like just all of this social pressure and expectation, and also the pressure to not ruin Christmas, like, just makes the holidays less enjoyable and more stressful. And it's like, work is already stressful, life is already stressful, dysfunctional family dynamics are already stressful if you have that. So why add to it? Like, why magnify it? Why make it worse? And then I think about all the crimes that are shown in the news, like around the holidays, and like, oh, this person did that on Christmas Eve. Oh my gosh, sorry, I had an Alexa timer alarm. Anyway, um, you hear about the news, and like, oh, this person did that on Christmas Eve, or that person took their life or the life of their, I don't know, partner or somebody on New Year's or Valentine's Day. And it's just like, why are we doing this? Why are we making life more stressful? It's already really expensive to celebrate things. um, I don't know, I just feel like with all of these, like, what are we doing with all these standards and expectations? Like, they're so stressful. And then couple that with a crisis like the pandemic and everything, and it just like compounds over each other. And then, I just look over my life, and it's like, even though before the pandemic, never, I mean, I guess I kind of enjoyed the festivities, and I definitely liked getting gifts, as a kid with the holidays and my birthday, but I always felt uncomfortable with all of the expectation and feeling stuck, like, oh, I have to be at this thing all day, or for however long my parents want to be there, or my mom really. Um, there's just all this pressure to always have a smile, and to entertain everyone, or to have something impressive to share or show off. And it's like, what's the point of it? The holidays are supposed to be fun and festive, and we're all supposed to be feeling good, but I feel like we're all just feeling like we're going through the motions, just to keep up with the Joneses, just to do the things that we've done before, even if we don't really enjoy them. And what's the point of that? And what's the point of life? And in any case, this was the topic at hand. And I found that almost everyone in the group felt the same way I did. And it's an interesting group because it's primarily baby boomers, I think, a few Gen Xers, maybe like, I don't know, like two or three. And then maybe I'm the millennial. Maybe there's one other millennial. I can't really tell. But, um, it's just sort of like different generations of people feeling the same way. But the holidays was really eye opening and really cool. And it made me feel less alone in my feelings. I was feeling a bit outcast, a bit like maybe I'm just an alien floating around on my solo bubble, just in my own world, feeling out of place with all these traditions and whatnot. And apparently, it's a lot more common than I thought. And, so I'm just saying, like, if you've lost a loved one, if you're grieving something, and you're not really in the holiday spirit, don't feel bad, because neither am I. Um, and it's okay, because that's normal. And I think the one of the biggest gifts we can give ourselves is authenticity and validation. I also have been realizing that, of course, it hurts at times to, think of how my dad's not here. He won't be here to, try the cool, like, desserts and things I like to cook and make. He always enjoyed my cooking and baking. I mean, he enjoyed food in general, so there's very little that he wouldn't try. But I do kind of miss that tradition. I do. Um, at the same time, I know he's free of pain. He was 89 when he passed, so he was satisfied. He lived a good long life, and he did everything he wanted to do. So no regrets. And I feel like part of my, I don't know if I even want to call it grieving process, but like letting go process or releasing process of, him in the physical world, and my memories of him in the physical world, is honoring his life, and honoring the things that he loved in life, and that he loved to do in life. And he loved to question things, and he was very ahead of his time, and he's paradigm shifting. He didn't care about conventional standards. He didn't care about what other people thought. He was always himself. And I feel like since he's passed, I've become a lot more comfortable with my own truth and being myself. And at least with the people I interact with in person, it seems like I feel more accepted and more well received, being what I have been raised to believe is odd based on society and um, certain family members, mostly my mom, and, you know, um, conventional standards that we are taught through multimedia, TV, movies, music. And I am, grateful for that gift. Thanks, Dad. Uh, and so, yeah, it's like when I sit with myself, when I don't think about outside societal standards around how the holidays and birthdays should be celebrated and the whole expectation with family gatherings, I don't feel particularly sad about my dad's passing. And it's going to sound weird, but it's like I don't even feel like I really miss him because he's not gone, because he's in my memories, like in the movie Coco. That Mexican movie with the music. It's like he's never really gone. Like, no one who leaves the physical world is ever gone, because they're always in our memories, and we can always honor them through our actions and remembering the things they love to do by doing them too. And in that way, they become immortal through us. And he's here just in a different way. um he's not here physically, and that is a different experience. And sometimes I do miss that physical presence, but towards the end of his life, he was in so much physical pain. I feel like it would be immoral and selfish to wish he was still here physically when he had dementia and everything. I mean, he was kind of just, barely there towards the end anyway. At least he could be free from pain and have his dignity. And yeah, so they're never really gone because they're always with you in your memories. And if you're into the spiritual stuff, I do believe that he helps me out sometimes, that he guides me when I need help, like fixing things, because he was a handy guy, or just trying to figure out, I don't know, just trying to figure out how to solve a problem, fix things, organize things. I know he helps me with those things. So I'm sure I will have, days in the future, times where I will cry again, where there will be certain things that trigger a sad response in me. But for the most part, I honor my dad in questioning if it's really necessary to feel this way, if there is another way to experience this process of releasing him in the physical sense. And if it's even really a sad thing if he's now experiencing full relief, peace, and an existence free of pain. Like, is it really sad that he died? Considering the circumstances. Well, I know he'd be proud of me saying that and sharing what I've shared, because it's who I am. And I hope it connects with someone out there, and I hope this video finds people who are feeling hurt, or feeling stressed out or down about the holidays for one reason or another. You're not alone. And in any case, I hope this video expands your mind to new possibilities, and that those possibilities include new ways of being happy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.